Most of you probably know Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. But the Spider-Man I'm going to talk about today isn't just another version of the hero. This one has powers that feel closer to Ghost Rider or even Superman. So today we're going to break down Spider-Man Noir, his teaser, the cast, hidden clauses, and all the Easter eggs you might have missed. Make sure you stay till the end of the video. And before we move forward, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. The origin story itself is expected to stay faithful to the original Marvel Noir comics, first introduced in 2009. In that universe, Peter Parker isn't bitten by a radioactive spider, he's bitten by a mystical spider hidden inside an ancient idol. This twist gives his powers a supernatural edge, which could explain the darker tone and the almost horror-inspired atmosphere teased so far. Instead of high-tech suits and billionaire mentors, this Spider-Man operates alone, fueled by rage after witnessing systemic corruption destroy innocent lives. His villains won't be colorful supercriminals. They'll be mob bosses, corrupt politicians, and industrial tyrants controlling New York from the shadows. This isn't your friendly neighborhood hero. This isn't bright red and blue swinging across a sunny New York skyline. This is 1933, snow falling over a broken city, shadows stretching across brick buildings, corruption sitting in every office. The world is black and white, morally and visually. The word noir literally means black, and this series leans into that idea with full force. The webbing isn't white, it's black. The suit isn't colorful, it's a shadow. The tone isn't hopeful, it's brutal. The story opens outside the Daily Bugle building. Snow drifts through the air as police cars arrive. Officers rush inside after receiving a call. What they find stops them cold. The lifeless body of J. Jonah Jameson lying on the floor, and standing beside him, silent, tense, ready to move, is Spider-Man. The police panic, guns come up, shots are fired, but this Spider-Man doesn't crack jokes, he doesn't stall for time, he reacts instantly, using dark webbing to disarm the officers, binding them before vanishing into the snow. And just like that, the mystery begins. Then the timeline rewinds 3 weeks earlier, revealing how everything spiraled to this point. New York in 1933 is a city suffocating under economic collapse. The aftermath of World War I still lingers, and the looming tension before World War II casts a shadow across the world. The influence of rising fascism and the ideology of Adolf Hitler is beginning to seep into America. The rich grow richer, the poor grow desperate. Crime isn't random, it's organized. Corruption isn't hidden, it's normalized. And in the middle of all this chaos stands a young Peter Parker. We meet Ben Urich, a Daily Bugle photographer trying to document the city's decay. He photographs protests, starving families, beaten workers. At one rally, Aunt May stands at the front lines, not as a fragile old woman, but as a fierce activist speaking out against corruption and inequality. She shouts for justice. She demands change. And standing beside her, eyes burning with quiet intensity, is Peter Parker. When gang members known as the Goblins muscle attack the protest, Peter doesn't hesitate. He fights back despite being outmatched. He refuses to step down even when he's overpowered. Ben Urich sees this fire in him, and it leaves an impression. Then comes the moment that changes everything. During a smuggling operation, Osborn's men transport a strange spider-shaped idol tied to dark mysticism. It falls and shatters, releasing thousands of spiders. One man is bitten and dies instantly. Peter, hiding above, is bitten as well. Not once, but twice. As the venom surges through him, he sees a vision, a massive shadowy spider speaking directly to him. It tells him it kills those with evil intentions, but Peter will receive power, a loan of power. When Peter awakens, he's cocooned in black webbing, hanging upside down. He feels different, stronger, faster, colder. Meanwhile, Ben Urich attempts to blackmail Osborn with photographic evidence linking him to arson. Osborn buys the photo, but marks Ben as a threat. Soon after, Ben is shot at his own apartment door. The killer appears to be Jameson, but the truth is far more twisted. The Jameson we see is actually Chameleon, Dmitry Smerdyakov, master of disguise, and Kraven's half-brother. The real Jameson is imprisoned. Chameleon has been manipulating the press, publishing articles favorable to Osborn while maintaining the illusion of opposition. Peter discovers Ben's body and breaks down. He has already lost his uncle, now he's lost his mentor. Grief turns to resolve. If the system can't be exposed through journalism, then it must be dismantled from the shadows. Peter crafts his suit from Uncle Ben's old military uniform, honoring the hero his uncle wanted to be. This Spider-Man doesn't aim to inspire hope, he aims to break empires. He begins targeting Osborn's operations directly. Warehouses burn, smuggling routes collapse, criminal networks fracture. Osborn grows furious, demanding Spider-Man's head. He sends Vulture after Aunt May, using her as bait. In a chilling confrontation, Vulture grabs her throat and taunts Peter, asking if he's fast enough to stop him before her neck snaps. Peter responds not with wit, but with a gun. He empties it into Vulture. Aunt May is horrified. She tells Peter that violence makes him no different from the criminals he fights, but Peter has already crossed a line. The final battle unfolds in chaos. Kraven attacks only to be overwhelmed when Peter shatters a chamber filled with spiders, unleashing them upon him. Osborn flees into the sewers with Felicia as leverage. In the confrontation, Osborn's mask and artificial skin are torn away, revealing a reptilian, goblin-like visage beneath. He's always been a monster. Now it's just visible. The fight is vicious, brutal, unforgiving. Osborn and Kraven fall into the sewer depths, disappearing into darkness. Dead? Maybe? Or maybe the nightmare isn't finished. In the aftermath, Peter recovers the evidence needed to expose the truth. Felicia warns him that trust is a luxury in this city. The fascist tide continues to rise globally, power shifts, and in a quiet teaser, we learn that a scientist named Otto Octavius has received approval for an underwater mission, setting the stage for the arrival of Dr. Octopus. This isn't just another superhero adaptation, it's a political thriller wrapped in a crime drama soaked in shadow. It questions what happens when hope is no longer enough, when justice requires sacrifice, when a hero stops holding back. Spider-Man Noir isn't here to make you comfortable. He's here to make you question what a hero becomes when the world turns completely black.